Hi, welcome back to my channel. My husband and I are about to go out, but I was determined to record this video for you very quickly. And here it is. I challenge my voice students sometimes to take a song. I am trying to paint my nails right now and I can't get this nail polish open to save my life. Okay, anyway, I challenge my students. Whew, got it. Okay. See, that's why we lift weights, so we can open the nail polish. I challenge my students, once they feel that they know a song pretty well, once they've gotten it down, to sing the song or play, if it's non-lyrical, if it's an instrumental song. And you can apply this to speaking as well. Yes, I'm looking down because I'm painting my nails. Anyway, I challenge my students to take a song or a spoken piece, or like I said, an instrumental piece, once they know it pretty well, to sing that or speak it or play it in different ways. In other words, interpret the song more than one way. And we can do this in lots of different ways. As you know, we place emphasis on certain parts of a song to give different kinds of meanings. And depending on where you place the emphasis, where you change that emphasis, I'm so sorry, I'm looking down. But, you know, a woman must, at least this woman, must have her nails together, please, at home, going to dinner, going out to dinner with my husband. Gotta have the nails together. Sacrilege. Anyway, so it's a little bit more challenging than you might think at first. Usually what happens is, once I challenge a student to do that, they will do the song the way that they normally perform it or play it or speak it if it's poetry, spoken word. And same thing with even reciting a speech or saying a few words in terms of being a public speaker. They will first do it the way that they normally do it. Then they'll do it a second time based on my challenge. And in the second time through, they'll change some emphasis here and there. Well, you know, takes a little bit of thought, but it's not super overly challenging. But then, after they do the second time through with making some changes in their delivery, then I say to them, okay, very good, excellent. Now tell me about why where you made the changes and why, etc. We discuss it. But then I say, okay, do it a third time. And that's when it starts to get even more challenging. The thought some students will say, well, oh wow, where can I, change emphasis? And it's a really good exercise for all of us. It's a good challenge. For one reason, it really, I think it forces you to rethink the words if you're dealing with lyrics or speech. Rethink the meaning of the words and why. It forces you to look even more closely at why you're saying what you're saying and the nature of your message. When it comes to instrumental work, same thing. Music is, after all, a language. As we know, and as my mom always reminds her students, it is very much a language. And even without the words, even in not just even, but in instrumental music, same thing. It is conveying a certain feeling, a certain emotion. And the purpose of it is to put across a certain message. And we know that emphasis in different places can alter that message, can make that message stronger. It can change the message altogether. So sometimes doing this exercise, it helps us as artists to learn more about the song itself. And this is true even for those of you who are writers. If you created the music, still it is a good challenge to rethink again, as much as you've thought about it. Rethink again, well, why do I put this emphasis here or there? For those of you who are newer to performing, newer to doing music, as I've mentioned in other videos, sometimes at first you might place a certain emphasis in certain places. Okay, finished. Anyway, you might emphasize certain things or sing songs in certain ways or deliver spoken word in certain ways because that's how you've heard other people do it at first, which is I've mentioned in other videos. That's okay. That's how we start, through some imitation, and then we learn more about how we want to put our own artistry into a particular message. For those who are more intermediate and have been doing this for a while, still it's a challenge, and I would say it's a challenge for more advanced people as well, because you may have seen interviews or documentaries with some of our veteran artists. One comes to mind, for example, and lots of people have said this, who've really been out there a long time. I mean, we're talking 50, 60 years or more, who've been really in it and creating their art for a long time, like Tony Bennett, someone wonderful like that. And you'll hear them say, I've sung this song for 30 years and I just recently got a new insight. I got new insight into the real meaning of it, etc. So we're always learning, always growing. So I challenge you to take a piece of music, take a piece of spoken word or poetry if you're a poet, take a part of a speech or something that you've delivered on, maybe you've delivered it before, maybe you'll be delivering it for the first time, but you're working on it and you're trying different emphasis to see, what works for you. And again, same thing with instrumentalists. Sometimes we'll, work on something until we really get it in just the way we want it. And that's fine for a while. But as we grow as people, as we grow as humans, as we grow as artists, our delivery grows also. I've talked about changing emphasis, and yes, that is one way of altering the way that you sing something or present something or speak it. But there are other things like loud and soft, dynamics. There's so many things involved in the delivery of a piece of artistry. And so, again, I challenge you to take something and play around with how you deliver it. In videos I've done on dynamics, I talk about changing dynamics to change delivery, to change around the delivery. I did a video on the use of silence to create emphasis and to make certain points and all that. So changing the tempo, slowing certain parts down, and that's his speaking as well. I can say, for example, Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, her face was white as snow. Anyway, so therefore, you could do that. Mary had a little lamb. And then you can do the exact same pitch and all that and change the tempo. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb. Her fleece was white as snow. Now maybe the second way you sang it, the way I just did it, speeded it up and purposely drew out fleece and white as snow because it's snowing outside. Woohoo! But maybe it's because you want to really emphasize for your audience and for the listener the fleece being white as snow. Or you could sing, Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. Okay, I'm not warmed up. But anyway, in the way that I did that, I drew out and emphasized and took time. The musical term is I put a fermata over lamb. So this time, instead of emphasizing the fleece and the color of the fleece, I emphasized lamb so that you could hone in and focus. I want my audience to focus in on what Mary had. A little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. So again, changing the tempo, spending more time on certain passages and moving faster on certain other passages. Again, the dynamics, loud and soft, all that stuff. And then there are other ways too. So challenge yourself. And feel free to comment below and let me know some examples that you come up with. And even videotape them if you like and post them as well. Give me a thumbs up if you found this insightful or interesting and helpful. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Love to hear from you. Welcome to my new subscribers. Welcome. Thank you. So happy that you joined me. And have a beautiful and blessed day. For those of you just stopping by, feel free to subscribe also. And I'll be coming back to you with more content. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.